भजमन नारायण नारायण हरि हरि। जय जय नारायण नारायण हरि हरि। श्रीमन नारायण नारायण हरि हरि। श्रीमन नारायण नारायण हरि हरि। तेरी लीला सबसे है न्यारी न्यारी हरि हरि। तेरी लीला सबसे है न्यारी न्यारी हरि हरि। भजमन नारायण नारायण हरि हरि। जय जय नारायण नारायण हरि हरि। श्रीमन नारायण नारायण हरि हरि।
Sriman Narayana Narayana Hari Hari. With this lovely satsang, we start with the prayers of God Almighty. Sriman Narayana Narayana Hari Hari. In fact, there is a very special stotra. It's called the Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra. There are 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu over there, and each of them have great meaning behind it. Sriman Narayana. And then even the Hari, the word means Hari, means a lot. So someday we will go towards that discussion as well. As always, we say Hari Ananda, Hari Katha Ananda, Kaha hi sunahi, Sab Bidhi Sab Santa. There are so much, pearls of knowledge everywhere. We can only gather so many. A warm welcome to you, Jai Shri Krishna and Jai Siya Ram. I hope you all having a wonderful day today and have enjoyed your time. Coronavirus, as we know, is growing. As far as I know now, that Leicester lockdown is going to grow more and more. And it's not panning out very well for the people who live in Leicester, I would say, because they've been in lockdown for so long. I'm worried about mental health. And I hope the authorities look at it in that angle as well. Because what's the point when you saved the body, but mind is destroyed? Again, that's not a good balance. But I believe they are also on a very tricky situation to balance it on either side. So maybe you can put in some comments and suggestions in the videos. It will give me an idea what you are thinking of regarding this lockdown. Especially, it's happening again and again, whether it's Mumbai or Pune or other parts of the world. They did a lockdown, then they opened and they locked down again. Uh, very hard for the authorities to do, and very hard for the people who live in, because as we know, people are struggling financially, emotionally, even spiritually, because satsang is the idea where you go around with people and connect with their vibrations. Our temples were the place where we would go and sit in tranquility to get the good vibrations. We are missing those. With that, I'd like to welcome you all. Good evening and a Jai Siya Ram, Jai Shri Krishna. And as we go ahead, I would like to welcome Alka Ben Vitlani on YouTube, Rosmin Hirani. She's saying Jai Shri Krishna to you all. And Bhupendra Bhai Hathi jode gaya che. Ane Saune Siya Ram કહે છે, Jai Siya Ram. Ane Kish has also joined in. and giving a warm welcome to everyone. Nice to meet you, Krish. Thank you for joining you all. And today we are going to discuss about something very special. But before I go there, let me go to Facebook as well. And there are lots of people there. Alka Ben, a warm welcome to you. She's giving a warm welcome to everyone, saying Jai Shri Krishna to everyone. So is Dinesh Bhai Sachdev, Chaya Ben, Sushma ji, Rashmi ji, Piyush Bhai Kotecha, Jai Siyaram Keche. So nice to meet you, Piyush Bhai. Jai Shri Ben Patni, Chanda Ben Vyas, Apne Pranam. So nice to see you, Mara Ben. And Ramesh Bhai has joined in, so has Vikash Bhai Sachdev, and giving a warm welcome to everyone. Thank you, Vikash Bhai. So today's topic is very unique one. In 2 days, I want you to prepare today, tomorrow, so that on the next day, the 16th, a very special turn is happening. And there is a special name for it. The whole world is changing in a unique way, and it does every 6 months. You know, the earth rotates 24 hours ish in one circle. And in the similar way, the whole atmosphere, the Vatavarana, the climates, everything change once a year. And this is the time. So in 15th, up till last year, I think we had 14th of January. We called it Uttarayan when we fly kites and, have Talni Chiki in India and so on. January, England, it's very hard to do flying kites at that time. It's very cold and freezing in January. But it's still Uttarayan. And Uttarayan is the time when the darker times finish and the brighter times starts. The sun becomes more powerful and the masculine energy comes in. However, in the July, this July, the 16th, everything is changing the other way around. So January, that date is called Uttarayana. I want you to type in the answer to this question. What is happening on the 16th of July? Remember, there are two big ayans in the whole year. The first is the Uttarayan, 15th of January. What is happening on the 16th of July? You go ahead and type in the answers. Everybody, put your fingers to your thumbs. Let's see. We want to jog your memory, if you remember, because Uttarayan is the favorite one. Everybody knows it. Talni chiki ne patang jagawana ne jambu khawana ne aha ha 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 ha. Family jode. And in India, we used to fly so many kites and gather along with the families. And we used to have a special meal together. It was called undhiyu and jalebi. Undhiyu, you can say, broadly speaking, we have got a mixture of a lot of vegetables uniquely cooked. And with jalebi, a very sweet, nice pudding. Yummy, yummy. So that was Uttarayan. What is happening after 2 days? It's a very significant move. Now, let me first make an idea behind it, why we are going about this question. Why is this important? The vibrations of the earth change. You and I change. What happens is, if the weather is dark and dingy and rainy, your mood is different. When it is bright and a lot of flowers are, blossoming and the fragrance is in the air, and outside it is bright and clean and sunny, your mood is different as well. The only problem we face is that the today's world, the way we have designed it, it will expect you and me to work exactly the same in either way. So whether it's, say, for example, 1st of January, or whether it's 1st of June, they expect us to be the same. So whether you are in December the 10th, December 10th, expect what the weather would be. Cold, maybe a bit more darker, and so on. Whereas if you're looking at 10th of June, completely different, right? And that time, our moods, our body, the whole earth, the whole ecosystem changes during those times. But the system we have set up, which is not correct in that way, expects you and me to behave and work and do our duties exactly the same on both the times. That's not fair. When you do that, your body gets stressed because it's not expecting it. Let me give you an example. What happens in December to the trees and the plants? Do they grow similarly as they grow in the summer? No, they don't, isn't it? In a similar way, do you get the same weather, the same temperature during those different times? No, they don't. What about the skies? They are also different. So, what I'm saying is the whole world is different during these two times, whereas we are expected, you and me, to be the same exactly and work equally good on 10th of December compared to 10th of June, equally, get up at the same time, finish at the same time, work the same quality. We are not robots. We can't be expected to do that. So that's a flaw in the system which we need to look at. However, let's look at any answers if there are any. ઘણા લોકો જોડાયા છે. અતુલભાઈ કારિયા પણ જોડાયા છે. Warm welcome to you, Atulbhai. And so has Ranjan Ben Chauhan. Warm welcome to you, Ranjan Ben. And on the Facebook side, we've got Manjiraji saying Namaste to everyone. Dinesh Bhai Sachdev is saying Shravan, well done. Very, very close to what I was looking for. And Tamanna has also joined in. So has my sister Hemi Ben Pandya. A warm welcome to you, beta. And we've also got welcome of Devanshu Bhai Dave and Pratima Ben Rawal. A warm welcome to you all. Thank you very much. So at the same time, let's understand. In the Sanskrit word, it's called Dakshinayan. Uttar means north. Dakshin means south. The sun's movement, when it starts to go northwards, north, it's called Uttarayan. And when it goes south, it's called Dakshinayana. Uttarayan, Dakshinayana. Meaning from 15th of January until the 16th of July, you got the sun going like that. Okay? From 16th of July to 14th of January, the winter phase, the rainy phase, the darker phase goes higher and higher and higher. Basically, your days will now become shorter and shorter and shorter from 16th. They will change because the world is changing. Now, most people don't like to adapt. They want everything in continuity, but that won't work. Nothing is continuous. Do you know what is a flat line in the medical line? Dead. If your heart is flat line, you are dead. Only if you are doing that, you are alive. Have you seen that in the film, the ECG graph going like that? That up and down and wobbling around is life. Straight line is death. Never expect straight line. Life is full of ups and downs. If you expect your life to be straightforward and simple, you are in for a surprise. Lord Ram didn't get that flat line, nor did Krishna get flat line. Neither will you, neither will I. Everybody has to go through that. We want to accept it. Ideally, we should accept it and welcome it in our lives. So, let's go and understand what is Dakshinayan, what is specifically happening, what will it affect you and me. So, at that time, ideally, a lot of psychological, physiological, emotional, spiritual changes are happening from the 16th in a very special way. Let me give you a background. Since last 15 days, and now especially and onwards, you will see more flies, more insects, more bugs, more, tiny insects, bugs and animals growing in frequency. You'll see more of them around you. Tell me if you've seen them. You should have seen them if you're not living in the concrete jungle. So if you live in a concrete jungle, like if you live in the inner city areas, I doubt you will see much of it. But if you live a little bit outside the city, if you live with Mother Nature, you will see the insects population will grow. the germs will grow. The different, tiny, tiny, different kinds of germs which you've never seen before will start coming up. Sometimes you think, what's the name of this bug? What's the name of this fly? Too many. They start to all come up. This is the time of the feminine energy of Mother Earth, Prithvi, where it starts to grow. So the feminine energy is now going to grow. Remember, from January 15th to up till 16th, it was the masculine time. Sunny, bright, shiny, more clear. You can see far, very far. But now it's masculine energy, where the Mother Earth is now having her womb with lot of children. So you'll get lots of germs, lots of bugs, lots of animals. This is also the time for a lot of plants to grow. Remember, it's a monsoon season, rainy season. So whatever you put in the earth will grow very fast and it will sprout. And this is also the time of harvesting of the previous harvest. So it's very unique time. You might have known, and some people know this more so than others, and that is, do you like mangoes, Kerry? Yes. Up till this time, the Kerry is all right. You will enjoy the Kerry. The mangoes are nice and ripe and sweet and tasty and so on. After the rainfall starts, the first rain, a lot of communities, including Jain communities, some of the Jains, they will stop eating any more mangoes. So now if you give them mangoes, they will say, no, I don't want to eat it. Do you know why? Because they believe, and this is true, that more bugs will now enter the mangoes and fruits because there are too many bugs around. Bugs are growing very fast during this time of the year, every year. It's not unique, every year it happens. And so you see that germs and bugs will infiltrate a lot of plants, lot of fruits and vegetables as well. That is one physical change you will see. So in Gujarat, we used to say, "Ke kerino bhav varshad pachi niche jai." Once the rain starts, most people stop eating it. So the price of the mangoes goes down. This time is also called Dev Shayani Ekadashi. To prepare, meaning the gods will now sleep. Now, really, God cannot sleep because God doesn't want to sleep. God, as an energy, is constantly humming in us. But it is said, it is to explain the normal people, ke Deva Shayani, meaning God sleeps during these months of the winter months. And at that time, you're supposed to not do too many religious, spiritual activities because at that time you won't have too much bright light, you won't have clearer skies, you'll have a lot of germs and bugs. Remember, we didn't have clean halls to have our weddings in ancient times. So if you had a wedding at your home, you would do a marquee outside or behind your house, and literally people would sit very close, if not on earth, and talk and socialize and eat in palm leaves or the leaves, patrada, made out of leaves. Now, if you put that on the floor and eat, and the bugs have grown, you'll get a lot of bugs infestation in your food. I've seen that happen before because I was there before when I grew up and I've seen all this. And so these are not the times to do weddings and ceremonies. Our gurus and saints said something very special to us. This is a proper time, in fact, a special time to do Pitru Puja. To do Pitru Puja. So their Shraddha Paksha comes now. Slowly, slowly it will come in. And that is the time we should do Pitru Puja. So we are going to connect to that. But before we do that and understand about that, let's do a prayers together. Okay? So let's close our eyes, join our hands, and pray together. Hari Om. Hari Om. Varnanam artha sandhanam Rasanam chandasamapi Mangalanancha kartaro Vande Vani Vinayako Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwasarupino Yabhyam Vina Napashyanti Siddha Swanta Stamishwaram Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Shankararupinam Yamashito Hivakropi Chandra Saravatra Vandyate Sita Rama Gunagrama Punyaranya Viharino Vande Vishuddha Vijjano Kavishwara Kapishwara बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Beautiful. So let's understand the Pitru Paksha. This is very unique in the sense that the vibrations of a person helps other person to connect with them. So you might see that a very hyperactive person cannot easily connect with somebody who is very calm and collected, because they will get frustrated thinking, I'm thinking so fast, I'm doing so many things, and you are going too slow for me. Do you see? So vibrations are different. Same like your radio frequencies. If you're at a certain frequency only, you can hear that radio. If you want to hear another frequency, you have to be at that tuning to hear that radio station. According to our understanding of gurus and saints who have done great research in the past time, they have found out that a part of the year comes which is very unique. And if at that time of the year, Bhadarva Mahino, Shraddha Paksha, that special fortnight, if you do meditation and prayers and Pitru Shraddha, so if you do Shraddha, meaning the puja for your ancestors, you can easily connect with them with those vibrations of your ancestors. Like we have Mother's Day and Father's Day in Western world, this is Pitru fortnight, a fortnight of ancestors. And that is the time we should focus completely on Pitru Puja, on the prayers of our ancestors. That is very, very helpful at that time. It's a conducive time. Remember, if you grow grass in December, what will grow? Because it's not the right time. However, if you grow grass in the summer, it will grow very fast. Why? Because it's the right time. Same way, you should do the same thing in life. You should invest your energies towards your pitrus at a certain time which has been advised by your gurus and saints. If you don't do it at that time, the other time is not very conducive. This is the perfect time chosen by gurus and saints, that those time the vibrations and the alignment of Mother Earth is such that our vibrations changes to adapt, to welcome the vibrations of our higher energies. So that was Pitru Paksha. Let's understand what else does it do. Our time at that time becomes very lethargic. So in summer, you are very bright, you are happy, you are nippy, very fast. In winter times, lethargy slowly comes in. People say, oh, maybe I'll do it later. Do you know what is that called in the Western world? There is a name for it, scientific name for it. It's called SAD, S-A-D, S-A-D, D for Delta, seasonal affective disorder. meaning at that time the skies are dark, rains are there, clouds are there, it's very damp. The air is also very damp, full of humidity, and your breathing is becoming heavy. And because of that, you become depressed. You don't become very sharp. You're not at your sharpest at that time because the energies of the world is down. So your energies also slow down. And that's why it's called seasonal affective disorder. There is one way to negate it to a certain extent. You can use light. So if you use bright lights in your house, mimicking the sunshine, maybe it will help you a little bit more. But that's not the correct way. As I said earlier on, the world is based on cycles. Like our the world you see in the morning is a different cycle, the evening is a different cycle, the vibration in the sunshine is different, and the rainy time is different. The animals suss it out very well because they work on instinct. And so the vibrations of this world completely change during Dakshinayana. And you and me have to prepare for Dakshinayana, meaning there's a saying in the Western world, save for the rainy day. There's another saying, make the hay when its sun shines. Well, the sunshine time was that January to July. Now, whatever you earned as a harvest, whatever you collected from your farm, whatever you earned, you use that and not completely hibernate and sleep. But what you do is you just normally slow down your pace. So if you're going at 100 miles an hour, just saying, okay, you don't have to go 100 miles. I'm just saying mentally or physically or, business wise, you're going too fast. You can just ease off on the pedal. So maybe you can do 70, maybe you can do 80 miles rather than 100. And that is better for your body because you're giving your body time to relax, recoup, meditate. And this is the best time when the bodies become slow and lethargic. That time you do meditation and prayers, it helps you center your energies. And that's why you will see in this Dakshinayan time, there's a lot of celebrations happening. Lots and lots. When it is deep into it, you'll get the Pitru Paksha, you'll get the Shivratri, Navratri. I'm mixing it up. Sorry. You will get the Navratri where we do the 9 nights of dance. Then we will have Deepavali, Kali Chaudash, Nutan Varsh, Happy New Year of Hindu faith, and so on. Everything happens, the celebrations and prayers and pujas and all the rituals. That's the time. So you don't go to work so much, but you give more time to your prayers and rituals and puja and traditions. And that is the change you and me should adapt so that we are adapting and living to a lifestyle rather than robotically doing the same thing which we were doing in December to do the same thing in June or vice versa. So that's Dakshinayan for you. What to do, I will discuss tomorrow. What should we do in Dakshinayana? We will discuss that in more detail tomorrow. Uh, we will see the energies, how the energies affect us, because energies are considered as feminine and masculine energies. If you want to connect to God, I believe, and my gurus have taught me as well, and I believe it personally, that you need more feminine energy. The more masculine energy is very hard to connect to God. You need that love, that compassion, that feeling, that emotion to connect to God, and that comes from feminine energy. It doesn't mean that you have to turn from men to women. No, 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 no. There are a lot of men who are very highly feminine. So you use your feminine energy to connect to God. There are a lot of women who have got a lot of masculine energies. They are gung ho. They are going far off and you're running big businesses. They are big CEOs. Yes, they've got masculine energy. That doesn't mean they are not women. They are still women. In the same way, men have that energy percentage. We need to tap into that energy to connect to God. That is how the things will succeed. So let's go towards our YouTube. We've also got answer from Bhupendra Bhai. He said, Dakshinayan, thank you very much, Bhupendra Bhai. That was perfectly right. And Alka Ben Keshe, UK summertime going every day, few minutes down. Yes. Well, in UK, you see this more pronounced because we are more towards the northern side of the earth from equator. And you see it very clearly with your eyes that in summertime, the day is longer, night is shorter. And now you will see very clearly the day will become shorter and shorter and shorter, and nights will become larger, larger, and larger. That's what Mother Nature is telling you how to live. You want to live according to Mother Nature because nature is changing. You should change along with it. And at the same time, we got Reshma Ben Dauda who has joined in. A warm welcome to you, sister. Sushma Ben Chauhan, Keche Shravan, very good. And Devila Ben, તમારું સ્વાગત છે. Thank you for joining. And so is Bharat Bhai Kotecha saying Jai Shri Krishna to all and thank you to me. Well, it's an honor. It's my pleasure and privilege. I always look forward to our satsangs. By the way, I've got some good news for you. Tomorrow I'm going to share some good news with you. A lot of work is in the pipeline, but it's going to be fun and there's going to be some good news tomorrow. So look forward to sharing that with you tomorrow. Till then, take care. God bless. Jai Shri Krishna and Jai Siya Ram.
श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण हरि हरि तेरी लीला सबसे है न्यारी न्यारी हरि हरि तेरी लीला सबसे है न्यारी न्यारी